Hi, I thought I'd give a quick overview of my Martian 2 frame from Banggood, which I've been flying for about 6 months, which I converted when I first built it. I built it as a kind of lowrider style frame, so you can see the battery, rather than being up here, sits down sort of inside the frame, kind of far more in line with the props to get the centre of gravity lower. I kind of had the idea of doing this because it's made sense to me to try and build it as low as possible. There wasn't much online around it, so I thought I'd show what I did in case anybody else is interested in doing the same. So normally with the Martian, the arms are built on top of the bottom plate, so they go in here. This top plate goes all the way across. So what I've done is actually put the arms on the bottom, and rather than use the PCB, actually cut a piece of carbon fibre, which is relatively easy with a Dremel, and then you can really use the sanding disc to kind of sort of carve it down to size, and just literally clamped the bottom plate to it and drilled through the holes in the bottom plate to make sure the holes were properly lined up. And then the top plate, I cut the top of the top plate off here, as you can see, and then this plate here is again just made by me from a sheet of carbon fibre cut to size, again kind of clamped up to the bottom plate so I could drill the holes through, which allowed me to get it lower. It also allowed me to put slots in for the battery strap, which wasn't there. All in all, it's 10mm high, so these standoffs are 10mm standoffs. These are the original 35mm standoffs on the front, and then I've cut some of the 35mm standoffs down to I guess that's about 23mm once you take out space of the carbon fibre, and then it's just got a piece of M3 threaded rod that I cut to size, actually super glued it into one of them and then screwed it into the other. So it's a really nice compact frame, and I think because it's so thin, with the 6 standoffs there, it's really rigid. I've, to be honest, been flying it for, well, on my Tyrannus it says I've got about 28 hours flight time in, so I'm thinking that's sort of 250-300 packs through it. It's been crashed a lot. I have broken one of the arms. I broke the little bit here. I actually just broke the end off. I could have left it, but I'd got some replacement arms, and I did discover actually I'd split one of the arms long ways down the carbon fibre, which you couldn't see, and I happened to dismantle the quad a couple of weeks ago and discovered it, but I think it was one of the front arms. I did fly it at kind of full throttle, more or less, into a metal picnic bench at one point, which did rip these back arms off here and cause this little crack in the carbon fibre there, but other than that, it's survived pretty well. In terms of the build itself, it's got a HLG RC all-in-one flight controller, which is a PDB flight controller. It's an F3 flight controller and MWOSD built into it. I built this back in January. It's kind of before Betaflight OSD was commonly available on boards. It's got the standard Foxeer HS1177 camera. I've got the smaller FR Sky XSR receiver, which you can probably just see sort of tucked in here, kind of in front of the flight controller. There's a big 25 volt 1000 microfarad capacitor there, and then I've got the VTX is switchable. I think it's 25, 200, 600 milliwatts. Racer Star version 2 20 amp ESCs running D-Shot 600, I think, and good old Racer Star 2205 2300 kV motors, which I can say have absolutely taken a beating, and I've been running it on graphene 3S 1.3 1300 milliamps, 65C. Started flying quads sort of beginning of this year, and started out with 3S. Kind of will switch up to 4S, but actually to start with, and 3S got plenty of power, and you can check out some of my other videos and you see what kind of things I can pull off, and the speed it's getting out of 3S is still pretty good. So hopefully that's interesting. Maybe give me a like or leave me a comment, or even better, subscribe and get me up to 10 subscribers from 9. That'd be awesome. Okay, thanks, bye.